The I-Leave trip to New Orleans was a great trip. I think I was a little nervous going into the trip because I didn't know anyone. So I was unsure if we would bond, I was unsure of what to expect because I've never been on an alternative spring break. But going down there, I think we bonded fairly quickly. It's a fairly small group, so we bonded fairly quickly. And I think I got a lot from it, so it was a really great experience.
So we went to LSU and saw their grad school, and that was kind of like all of the health majors. So PT, I got to see what grad school will be like for me, and then so did a lot of other majors, OT, pre-med, nursing, so that was awesome. And then we went to Tulane for PT Solutions, and I got to see what it'll be like when I actually get into the career field as a PT, which you don't really think about or see much as like an undergrad, so it gives me something to be excited for and to shoot for, and I'm lucky I got that experience.
Going to LSU and visiting Tulane, the PT Solutions, like we learned more about things we probably were very interested in. The people within the trip, they asked us what might have motivated us to want to work in the healthcare field and why we want to help people, and listen to everyone's stories about their, internal motivations and why they like to do what they, want to do in the future, like whether it's PT, OT, medicine, dentistry. It was just like a great experience to learn why others kind of found their beginnings in this and why they pursued such a degree.
Working with Habitat for Humanity was our service learning component. We were able to work in a house, and even though most of the house was complete, we were able to paint a little bit. I built a deck, not by myself, but I like to claim I did.
The house is pretty much finished. We were just putting the finishing touches on it, like painting the porch or installing the floors in the house, putting and polishing up the house. So just being there together as a group and being in that area, it felt like what we were doing was very important, which it was.
After doing our planned activities for the day, we would break away for dinner, and we'd be able to go independently to Bourbon Street or the French Quarters and just roam together and just explore stuff. So it kind of just forces us to intermingle and get out of our shells.
The bonding between each other had to be the most endurable moments of the trip. Like for instance, when we went out to eat and I tried alligator for the first time in New Orleans. I was skeptical about it at first, but after trying it, it was really good. One of the most fun things that stuck out to me had to be the canoe trip. When we went canoeing, I never canoed before in my life. I was scared. I was probably the scariest one to get on the canoe. But after getting on it, it wasn't so bad.
I think my objective of going to the trip when I first started was to gain a sense of community, gain some confidence in myself with reaching out to other people that I didn't know. And I think the service learning component and the educational components of the trip really helped shape me and define what I want to do. Although physical therapy is not what I want to do, and I may not want to go to school in New Orleans, it helped me to gain an understanding of what track I want to look for, how to apply to graduate school, what to expect when I go out into the workforce. So I think it was a great experience.